Hi, I'm Sharon Mason, and I'm a quantum healing hypnosis practitioner. And I'm here today with Debbie Anderson from Inner Liberation Healing. And we're here today to talk about protection, and that's protection from energy parasites, protection from spiritual attack, that sort of protection. So, Debbie, can you explain to the viewers why we need to protect ourselves?
Um, well, in my life, I've certainly found, and probably you have too, and many, that energies can be absorbed, picked up from other people. And it's usually their emotions we might be picking up. And then on a broader scale, and sort of the work that we do, it can be entities that we've had attached to us. They could be spiritual or earthbound spirits, or they could be, more darker entities like demonic beings and AI beings and so on, and they can attach to us. So we on a daily basis we can learn how to not absorb and take in negative, lower vibrations from other people. It could be our coworker, could be even our family members, unfortunately. Uh, could be people driving in the car. So to protect yourself from that kind of energy. Yeah.
And if someone is attacked, if they can feel that their energy is being attacked, or they're under psych attack, how would they know that? What effect does the energy parasite have on someone?
It cannot, it can be obvious to people. They might know um, right away, or they might not, because it might make you feel angry or agitated, anxious, lethargic. It can also then go into your physical uh, symptoms. For example, you might start having issues in your body, headaches. It can joint pains. It can be things that you might not associate
Mm.
with having a negative, lower vibration energy.
So pretty
Go
much
ahead.
any kind of physical or emotional or sometimes even behavioral problems can be caused by spiritual entities attaching, can't they?
Yeah, I mean, you can, a kind of a clue might be that if you find, you're doing okay, you're having a great day, everything's fine, and then you might meet up. This is sort of a simple example. You might meet up with somebody in a grocery store who's just, really negative person, giving you a hard time, rude, whatever, and then you are affected by that energy. Um, when you're talking about on the spiritual plane, the entities can be um, you might find they come in a dream in your sleeping state, and you can certainly, people might remember that. It's 'cause I had this most horrible dream. I dreamt it. Some nasty being came in, and in fact that was probably true.
Mhm.
Um, yeah.
So, what's the best way or the best ways that you've found to protect yourself?
I mean, I guess the number one thing is not to give any of the negativity any power. The more power you give, the more power they have, and it sort of grows. Uh, Intention. What's your intention? If you intend that they're not going to be around you, if you intend and command that they leave, if you do protection around yourself. For example, and I'm sure that you do it too, Sharon, is you put up a bubble, a shield, a protection around you, whatever that might be. It can be high frequency energies. It could be, if it's really bad, it could be brick. It, um, it can be, you can ask your guides, if you believe in that, or angels, whatever that, those higher beings that you might call upon, to help you with this, because if you don't ask them, they won't help. Or you
Yeah.
can just do it yourself, because we are very powerful beings. You can ask Archangel Michael, who's like, the warrior of the God's angels, or the Creator's angels, yeah, to help you. There's many things that you can have, if you have a bad day at work, for example, because of coworker getting in your face. You can go home and have an Epsom salt bath. You can burn incense, frankincense and myrrh, for
Yeah, and
example.
I've got some sage here, so I burn sage around my home sometimes to release sort of negative feelings around the home. And if I've been, doing a session with somebody and they've, we've had entities taken off again, I try and sage the house after that as well, just to make
Right,
sure that these entities can leave and they won't be
right,
coming back. So yeah,
right.
I always find that very useful.
Yeah, they don't like sage.
No, yeah.
Darker entities, energies, they don't like sage at all. And if you did that once a week and did it in your home, the
I always
energy
find it much
would,
lighter after you've
yes,
saved the house. It always
yeah,
feels much lighter and brighter. And
right. I also use Palo Santo, the wooden, I really like
you
the
use that in
smell
the
of
same
that.
way as the sage. You just light it and spread the smoke around.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
do any kind of like chanting or anything while you're smoke cleansing? Do you say anything?
I just say this is the intention of any negative vibrations, any frequencies, any entities. Um, I command that you leave. That's pretty much, the intention that I would say with that. I also have something called Florida water,
Okay, and
which
what's
is,
Florida water?
now it says right here, it says it's a perfumed water that's used in spiritual rituals, for example, and it helps ward off negative energies. And it also brings, apparently, I don't know about this, but good luck. But you can put it on your clothes, your hands. You can, I like the smell of it a lot. And
And I think you can probably make it at home as well.
I
I think
think
there
you
are probably
can if you
recipes
look it
on the
up.
internet. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. This was, I mean, just got it on Etsy. It wasn't very expensive at all. Crystals too. I mean, crystals are living beings, so to speak, and there's certain crystals that you can wear, and I think
What have you got
this
on
is
today, Debbie?
I have Ma
The more
sit
sit sit.
sit, yeah, which
Yeah.
is specifically for demonic lower beings. They don't like it. That, yeah. What do you have on? Do you have
I've
anything?
got on Labradorite today.
Nice. Oh, that's beautiful. Wow. I have also other stuff on here. Um, this one here, but I don't really know. I have to look it up and see what it is again.
Okay.
I have so
I've got
many.
um I've got the I think this is the black tourmaline and
Uh-huh. Yep.
quartz,
Yep.
clear quartz together on a copper chain, which is supposed to be very good for warding off nasty spirits.
Yep. Now, these nasty spirits are, both of us do work that we've learned with it, which is the soul center healing hypnosis that we can do to help find and help people to get healed from entities that might have, or energies that might be attached. These energies might be earthbound spirits, which are beings like you or I, for example, that have passed over, but they didn't really pass over to where they
They
should
didn't
have
go to
gone.
the light.
Yeah, they got stuck. So they're kind of, and then they jump on or into the person's energy and they stay in there. I mean, it sounds really woo-woo, but I mean, it's it's just because we can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
just we can't. Some people can see those energies. And then there's the darker energies and entities that we can remove and take them out with, higher beings. Archangel Michael and the team of light help assist to remove from our the client's energy fields. So we do that work. Yeah. Um, I mean, I really do think intention is really, really, really super important. you
Even if
know.
it's just like imagining a like a cloak around yourself or a shield around yourself or a
Yep,
bubble of white light, anything like
yep,
that.
yep. And I do that like morning and night, sometimes
Hmm.
when I'm driving.
Yeah. I always do it in the
And
car. So I always put a
yep,
pyramid of white light over the car as I'm driving, say,
yep,
protect the car, please.
yeah,
Protect me in the
exactly.
car.
Yeah. That's it. So those are the things that I do. It sounds like you do similar things um for protection. So that's what we do to.
One of the things I did, this is a few years ago now, before I learned very much about all the protection stuff, is that I did something called a cloak of invisibility on a
Harry Potter.
like a car camera on a camera that was on a road that you're not supposed to drive on in London. And I was in the car with my friend. My friend was driving down this road and thought, "Oh no, we're driving down this road. We shouldn't be there. We're going to get a ticket." So I suddenly did like this so cloak of protection around the car,
Yep.
cloak of invisibility around the car, and I said, "May the cameras not see us." And I did that 3 times, and he never got a ticket. So it must have worked.
Yeah. I mean, I absolutely, we are co-creators. So we, the more power you give these beings, the more power that you give ourselves and our intention, and make it, as you said, like you might do it 3 times and it's direct or whatever, then it's your intention is that's going to happen. And you have the belief that it is
Mm-hmm.
behind it. Um,
So
just,
belief is very important. So it's no good just
yeah.
doing some of these things and not really believing in them. You've got to believe that these are going to make a difference. Is that right?
Right, right. Yeah. I was gonna say just a little example is I guess it was about 2 weeks ago, maybe a week and a half, that I forgot to put my protection around our house is what I do around everybody that's in the house individually and around the animals even. And I put like this bubble of protection. Sometimes I make it like 1,000 layers deep, and it could be it could be tourmaline, it could be whatever I choose. I forgot to do it, and that night, because I woke up the next day, I had this horrible, what seemed like a dream, but it was so real, and
Mhm.
it was a demonic being coming into my home, and like it felt completely real, like
Mm.
so disturbing that I'm still remembering it a few weeks later.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the lower vibrations, they like the light, and they want to take the light from us. I don't know if they like the light. I mean, it's kind of or they just want to take the light from us. So
Mhm.
anyways, that's just a little example that, when it was obvious to me, I'm like, oh, okay. Reminder, do this. It works. Yeah. And it's so simple to do, really. Like just throw a bubble of light around yourself, um, or ask, your guides, your angels,
Yeah.
the
And you
higher
don't need
being.
any special equipment or anything. You don't need any, protection
No,
crystals. You don't need anything
no, you don't need any of that. No.
else. It's just simply intention and thought.
Right, right.
Mhm.
So it doesn't cost anything to do that. Yeah, yeah.
Even if you
So,
can't, even if you can't really visualize, you can still put the intention there.
mhm.
Mhm.
Yep. I mean, there's protection videos. Like if you go on YouTube, there'll be meditations. There's sometimes short, and they'll be. You can find them on there if that helps you to kind of like if you can't really manage to do that, or you need help with trying to understand a little clearer about what to do, you can find a video on that,
Mhm.
on YouTube.
You
I think I
mentioned
even have one. I can't remember. Yeah.
and we were talking about lots of different types of crystals as well. So some of the best crystals for protection are the black crystals, aren't they? So we've got, for example, I've got here a big piece of black tourmaline, which I use
Nice. Yeah, me
for
too.
my sessions, which is meant to be
Yeah.
very, very good against negative
Yeah.
and entities and energies. And
Hmm.
I've got a tiger's eye there as well, which I put in the middle of my
Nice.
home.
Very nice.
I kind of do grids as well of I put little tiny pieces of black tourmaline in the corners of the house. So each corner of the house is like a grid.
Right.
And I put
Nice.
just a piece there.
Yep. I have them all up in my windows, like here. Not there because the cat. The smoky quartz is another a good one. Yeah, that's a really good idea. To put them around your house for sure. They'll protect. They
And then
will.
I've got, all sorts of other crystals in other rooms as well. And I've got this one's quite good as well. This
That's
amethyst.
beautiful.
Good amethyst is
Yes, it
good
is.
for
That's
energy
beautiful.
healing and keeping negative energies away.
Yeah. Mhm.
And then you've also got things like sound frequency, and you can use sound to dispel negative energy as well, can't you? You can use things like bells in the window and tuning forks, and I've got crystal tuners which will clear
Yep.
the space,
Yep. Same.
and
Yep.
put a high vibration in the space. And then I've got things like singing bowls. So if I've got my one of my
Oh,
singing bowls here. It looks like that. And so
very
you can get
beautiful.
a singing bowl, and that again will clear a space.
It's very nice. Singing bowls. We were talking about that recently. They're lovely. Yeah, frequency. We're all frequent. Everything is energy. So we're all, yeah, it makes sense that
Do
those
you think
things would work.
in the future there are going to be a sort of a lot more energy medicines and
Yeah,
sound healing equipment and
yes.
that sort of
To
thing
heal
available?
instead of cutting things out of our bodies and
Mm-hmm.
taking medications that you need another medication for the side effects. Yeah, they'll
Yeah,
we'll be using frequencies and water and um, I'm sure that we had this knowledge long ago, but it's been
we've
taken away
lost it.
from us or we've lost it.
It's been taken
Yeah.
away.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty much all that I, really have to say today about protection.
Okay, thank you, Debbie. So if
Thank
anyone's
you.
got any questions for either myself or Debbie about protection or anything like that, please do let us know. Our contact details are underneath. And if
Yep.
you know that you've got an entity a problem, or even if you don't know that you've got an entity problem, if you've got any sort of physical, emotional, spiritual issues, and you think possibly you might have an entity attachment, you can see myself or Debbie, and our details for our websites are below.
Right.
So get in contact with us and book yourself a quantum healing session. Anything you want to say, Debbie, before we go?
No, just exactly that. And it was lovely talking to you today.
And you
And
too.
we'll talk soon.
Yep.
Okay.
Bye for
Bye
now.
now.